Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm gonna, since we had the crypto pullback, it's a good time for me to, because there's a lot of new group members. It's a good time for me to show you my crypto watch list. So today I'll show that again in the group for those of you that haven't seen it, because when these markets crash, that's when right now I just own XRP, but that's when I accumulate. So a lot of these things, it's a better time to accumulate now. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is how I do it. Accumulate when we have pullbacks, and we've come back a lot, but we're still pulled back from where we were. So good time to look at the watch list. So you can go to daixrp.com to join the Patreon, or you can join through YouTube by clicking join below any of my YouTube videos, or you can hit subscribe through X. We do the full video plus the extended video with no commercials. Now, you know all those texts and phone calls you get that claim to be Coinbase support, and they tell you that your password's been compromised. They have 1,000 different ways. They're trying. Never click on those links. Never answer those phone calls. Ignore it. But looks like Europol just busted, they're calling it Sim Farm for Hire, that powered 49 million fake accounts used for global fraud. So they just busted these guys. Check this out. Looks like they've immediately got their own version of hackers working on finding out what went on. That is wild. Now, this thing's gone completely viral. The guy that lost $3 million of XRP from his LEPAL, it wasn't from his cold wallet. Let's be clear. LEPAL came out and corrected all this. He had entered his seed phrases online had put it into a hold wallet, a hot wallet, and didn't realize it. And so that's kind of really what's going on. But if you're like me, one of the reasons I partnered with iTrustCapital to use use institutional cold storage. That's the main reason I even partnered with these guys, because they have institutional grade cold storage that's free, and so I get to have access to that. I get access to that through my IRA and my premium custody account, and you can too. Go to iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army if you want to quit worrying about all these hacks, and if you're like a lot of people that aren't comfortable with cold wallets, even though cold wallets are one of the best things to use. A lot of people aren't comfortable with all these pass-phrases and having pass-phrases in their house and all that stuff. I'm not, so I went with iTrustCapital. We're at 245 XRP. Now, the stage is set for just tons of money to flow, not just into crypto, but into the U.S. economy. Here's one example from all the tariffs that are going on.
Chips. I put big tariffs on chips unless they're made here. There's no tariff if they make them here. And all those companies are coming back from Taiwan. They're coming back from all over the world, and they're coming back fast. You know better than anybody else, $17 trillion. It could be $20 trillion by the end of the first year, first year.
Investment in America.
Investing in America, $20 trillion. No country's ever done anywhere even near that, like a fraction of that. Biden did less than $1 trillion in 4 years. I did 20 trillion. We're going to do over 17 trillion in 8 months. By the time we end, we could do over $20 trillion. There's never, in China, no matter where you go, there's never been anything like it. We are building up something that's unbelievable. And a big part of that are the tariffs.
All right. And then here is David Sachs, who's the crypto czar, telling you what's being set up for crypto.
We did repeal Biden's exec order on AI, which was 100 pages of unnecessary regulation on AI. We've ended the war on crypto, and I think we're trying to stop the regulatory capture that benefits large incumbents. So you have all these things, and there's been other things that have been done on the economy as well. But I do think that this sets us up for a Trump boom in the future. It's just that a lot of these changes take time to play out.
Boom. I forgot to cover this, but this is like an unbelievable story to me. Listen to this.
Apple's big crypto bet is its dollar peg stablecoin. It's called PYUSD. And as you said, it briefly created $300 trillion out of thin air this week without any reserves to back it. Now, there aren't even enough real dollars in the system to cover that. It was more than 100 times all the U.S. cash in circulation. Now, in terms of what happened here, the mistake was made by Paxos, which is PYUSD's issuer, during an internal transfer. It showed up publicly on the Ethereum blockchain and then was reversed about 20 minutes later after on-chain observers flagged it. Now, fat finger mistakes, they've happened before. Tether once minted $5 billion by accident, and Citigroup mistakenly sent $81 trillion in a single transaction last year. But this incident comes after Congress passed the Genius Act, the first U.S. stablecoin law, which is raising
I don't think Ripple's ever made that mistake.
Questions about why that framework didn't prevent it. Analysts found that PYUSD's smart contract was part of the problem. It gave a single wallet unlimited minting rights. That means no rate limits, no multi-signature protections. And as for the fallout, the token briefly lost its dollar peg. One major crypto lending platform froze all PYUSD activity as a precaution, and the crypto market started to sell off. Now, that said, Paxos did flag that no customer funds were affected. Still, New York's financial regulator says that it is reviewing the incident and is in contact with both Paxos and PayPal. No word from PayPal on this. Their shares down 5% since last week, though they are turning positive after the open. Sarah?
Interesting. Isn't crypto a wild place? Internet outage sparked by operational issues at Amazon AWS data centers in Northern Virginia. And it says huge number of sites and apps are down. Snapchat, Zoom, Roblox, Cash Royale, MyFitnessPal, Life360, Clash of Clans, Fortnite, Canva, Wordle, Signal, Coinbase, Duolingo. There's a bunch of them. And this from Coinbase. We're aware of many users are currently unable to access Coinbase due to AWS outage. Our team is working on the issue and will provide updates here. All funds are safe. Then we've got this from Eleanor Tarrant Scoop. These crypto C-suites are expected to attend roundtable with pro-crypto Senate Democrats on Wednesday to discuss market structure legislation. Right there is Stuart Alderati from Ripple, their general or chief legal officer. Look, A16, Circle, Solana, Uniswap, Kraken, Galaxy, Chainlink, Coinbase. All the cool guys are there. Look at this. Walmart just announced OnePay crypto, and their deal is with a company called Zero Hash. Guess what Zero Hash is using as a stable coin? Here it is right here. OnePay will offer customers access to Bitcoin and Ether later this year with help from startup Zero Hash. And then here, this is Zero Hash. Zero Hash is pleased to announce enabling support for Ripple USD on XRP and Ethereum, including in New York. There it is. Big stuff happening. Here is Caitlin Long at the Wyoming Blockchain Stampede Bitcoin Day 2025. Look at the logo that's right behind her. That is one Ripple that is a sponsor.
This is Bitcoin Day, so you'll see several of us in our Bitcoin orange. But I will give the history, which actually wasn't Bitcoin focused. This whole event was Joe Lubin's idea, and he started it. He funded made the first donation to start the first YO hackathon, and it turned into in the 8 ensuing years, more than just a hackathon, it turned into the Stampede with multiple events that are happening around the same time. The select committee is meeting over in Co-Library at the same time as this morning, and that has always coincided. So every year that we've had this event, the select committee has also held a legislative event. So those of you who are interested in bringing your ideas to the legislative arena have the ability to go talk to the very legislators who originate legislation in Wyoming. We're up to 50-some laws. I don't even know how to count.
All right, we're going to go into daixrp.com, the Patreon. In there, I'm going to show you my crypto watch list, and then we're going to talk about XRP supply as it relates to the Ripple purchase of GTreasury. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.